We just got to our destination that we predetermined on OnX to go hike. We're gonna hike up this hill and get to a point, and then there's all these canyons that run up this way to the west, and so we're gonna try to glass all those, and then we'll have some country over right in front of us to glass as well. So we got about 30 minutes before shooting light, which is about perfect time to get up there where we need to be. Let's go make this happen today. So guys, we're kind of playing the private boundary BLM property lines. We do this a lot because it's ways to get into areas that maybe a lot of people aren't willing to do. But you got to pay very close attention to make sure you're not on the private. So this is us, BLM, and this is private. I just use my map tool here. I go line distance. Where are we at to the property is like 100 feet. So that's super important. I know I've got about 30 yards that way. But also what I like to do is I'll turn on my tracker. So it's already starting to track. And so if there's ever any problems or somebody's accusing you of being on their property, you can say, hey, listen, this is where I've been. You can see my track. I'm not on your property. I was on BLM. So just some important things you can do with OnX. Just keep you safe and keep you in the right place. So upward and onward we go. Yeah, I'm soaking wet. Got two bulls spotted way up high. Casey and I were just joking. We've been assuming all the elk are down low, and then finally we get up to our glassing point today and we glass up, and these two bulls are at the very top of the mountain. So that theory was proven wrong, but they look like bigger bulls. They're on their own as far as we could see. Just need a little bit more light to get a better view at them, to see how big they are. Yeah, if that light would hit them, we'd get a real good look at them. So Martin spotted these two bulls way up there, and he's just been describing them to me, so I took a look, and as soon as I put the scope on him, he picked his head up. I go, yep, I'll shoot him. Martin seems to think there's something on the right, and I would agree. There's like an extra point or something. It's definitely a solid 6x6. It looks like he has long main beams. Did that look like that to you?
Yeah, they look good. The right side I got the best look at.
I would say for sure it's the best bull we've seen. And at this point, he's a shooter with no questions asked. So this is good. This is what we want. It's always, we always say it hunts like steps. You gotta take your steps. You gotta go out and figure out the country, which we've spent the last 3 days doing. Then you have to go spot a bull that you want to go put a tag on, which we just did. And now we just gotta make a plan to go and get close to him and see what happens and hunt him. That's when it comes down to spot not to get killed, that's for sure. They're way up high and some thick stuff, but I like their chances. We watched them go in, and we're hoping that they bedded just in those trees somewhere, but we're just gonna looked at our OnX and found a road that'll get us up and around and get us pretty close. So even though they might not come out until the night, which they probably won't feed out till the night, we're gonna get up there and figure it out and see where the best place is to get a shot tonight when they come. Hopefully they feed out. I think they will. We're supposed to have a storm that hits. It's gonna hit about 8 o'clock tonight. Typically when storms are rolling in, elk will get up and feed a little earlier than normal because they're gonna bed down through the storm. So had been those people out of the truck, right?
Yeah.
Big breaths, deep breaths. Well, yeah, we found those 2 bulls this morning, and I thought, well, I was like, dude, we're the only people up here. And where those elk are at, no one else could see them if there was somebody. So we drove around, made a plan, drove around. When we were going, there was a truck parked, so we decided not to go that route. So we came lower, and there was a truck that was driving on the road. So we got out and we're like, let's just go hunt them like no one else has seen them. And literally they beat us to the punch. Frustrating, but this is their public lands, and this is, you know, they're out here doing just the exact same thing we are. And good on them if they found those bulls and they're gonna go shoot one, but I just don't know what to do in this situation. I don't want to ruin someone else's hunt, but at the same time, like, I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't even know if they saw him or not. I would assume so. I told these 2, I said, let's just commit the next 2.5 days, because that's all we have to hunt that bull, those 2 bulls. We've got a target acquired. We know where they're at. It might take a day or 2, but we'll go get one of those bulls killed. We don't have to look any further. We found our target. Those bulls are right up there on that knob. Those people are going that way. So we're gonna let them have the knob, and we're just gonna sit back and see what they do. If they end up coming out early, I think you're gonna have to sit in here all day before you can get eyes on one of those bulls. So we're just gonna sit back. If they end up leaving, then we'll go hunt the bull, but we'll just kind of play second fiddle at this point.
here's the whole story. Back where we left you, the guy and his daughter were headed in here, but we thought they were coming up on this ridge, but they just came in and made a big loop back to their trucks. We're like, well, let's go in there. Let's go do what we originally were gonna do. So we got in here to 300 yards of where we last saw those bulls. And we've been here for probably 4 hours. It's about 2:30 now. And it just got done raining, kind of got really nice. And we just heard a shot right over here, like maybe 500 yards, and we're just thinking that somebody else was on those bulls and killed them. Shot at him anyway. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. They could still be in here, but I don't know.
I just found a bull right where the other ones were. It's a smaller bull though. It's literally like right where we saw the two big bulls go in bed, and we thought they were busted out of there because the guy shot like right on top. So we came down thinking the elk were busted, and I just glassed back up there and there's a bull. These things are starting to mess with me now. Any like decision I make, like, oh man, we were all like pretty confident that those bulls were gone. Maybe they are, but this bull's right where those other bulls went in. Things are just looking up, you know? Oh my gosh, what a nightmare. We just tore all the seams.
Oh man, so we just got back to camp and we worried a little bit if this was going to be a problem, but the winds kicked in and ripped the tent apart at the seams. So we got a problem because it's supposed to start snowing tonight and possibly all day into tomorrow. So we got to tidy up this mess. Our trailer that we've been sleeping in is still okay, but the cooking station and where Brad's been sleeping, where we've been hanging out at night, is definitely not looking good. Microwave still works though.
Well guys, how's it going? We went from eating in a warm wall tent last night to eating in a warm pickup bed. The wall tent, it's not even a wall tent, it's an Alachnic tent from Cabela's. It got destroyed in the winds. Ripped all the seams off the top, so now we just have 4 walls. And it's super cold out there and it's supposed to snow all night. So, I mean, this is typical hunting, where anytime you're out in the woods, the unexpected can happen. Luckily, me and Martin's little humble abode over there, the pop-up trailer, which we didn't have lots of hopes for starting this thing out, it's not too bad. Everything's intact anyway. So I'm just having some lasagna, and then I think we're gonna retreat and go to bed. It's only 7:51, but it's warm in bed, so that's where we'll go, guys. Been on some adventures the last couple days. Had some close calls, had some unexpected things happen, but tomorrow's a new day. We could kill a bull tomorrow and make this thing just amazing. We always say it can happen in the blink of an eye. So I'm gonna get my carbs in. We'll be ready for tomorrow.